there. For the last couple of weeks, I've been writing and talking about a little experiment I thought up called the boiling drop of water experiment. And this little experiment is designed to help you recognize and experience how much more interesting you are emotionally than you know, and how much more influence you can have over how you feel than you may know. And it gives you that experience by taking you through a little thing that you try within yourself. And so today I thought I would actually make a guided recording to walk you through the boiling drop of water experiment so that you can just listen to my voice and that might help you do it. There's so many ways that we can learn to influence and skillfully affect how we feel. And this is one. Sometimes when we find one thing, it's the only thing that we ever need. And so there's a possibility that this may be the only tool that you ever need to learn or use to help yourself shift from a feeling you don't like to a feeling that you really do like. And so give yourself a chance to really experience it. To do that, I'm actually going to shut off my video camera because your attention needs to go inwards. That's where you need to have your focus and intention and attention to actually manipulate the fields of energy that we describe as our emotions. So there won't be anything to see here. At the end, I'll probably put my camera back on. But for now, you know, do whatever you need to do so that you aren't distracted by things that your five senses pick up, sounds or thoughts or activities. Either just be really still if you can be still, or if you're out walking, just really intend that you have this time to really put all of your focus and attention into seeing what you can discover about yourself and the wonder of what your body can do for you to support you in having an experience that you want to have. Okay, so off goes my camera. Okay, so to begin the experiment, think of an emotional state that you would like to experience more of. Either more of this week, more of in general, or more of right now. So perhaps you would like to feel more connected. Perhaps you would like to feel more peace. Perhaps the thing you would like to feel is more self-acceptance. Just let the details of your life, the way that they are right now, help you clarify what it is that you would like to feel more of. And if you're able to, just jot that word down or have it handy somehow so that you can check in with this experiment over the course of the rest of the day or the next few days or the rest of the week. So you've got your word, the feeling that you would like to feel more of. And chances are, if you're listening to this recording, which is about having more influence over how you feel, there's a chance that you aren't feeling that way right now. And that's okay. In fact, that's ideal because starting from a very different emotional experience can help you really do the experiment. So you've got your word that you want to feel more of, the state you want to feel more of. And now notice what you feel if it's other than that. And really take a moment just to experience what it's like to be you right now. It's possible you feel a little stressed. It's possible you feel a little anxious or worried. Perhaps you feel angry, embarrassed. Just take a moment and notice, if you can, what word best describes the way you actually feel right now. You don't have to get this perfectly. You don't even have to put it into words. It may be a complex mix of things, and that's okay. But if there's anything that you feel other than the word or emotion that you want to be feeling more of, just recognize that. And I'm going to give you share a little secret, which is that all the feelings or emotions we don't like have physical sensations that we can sense in our bodies or sometimes around our bodies. They're discrete, they're defined. And so for a moment now, just take your awareness and scan your body and see if you can find the place in your body or in your energy field where the feeling that you don't like, the stress or the anxiety or the fear or whatever it is most intense. It might be in your throat. It might be in your chest. It might be in the center of your body, down in your pelvis. Just scan your body and see if there's any place that you can sense a feeling that's uncomfortable, that's associated with the stress or worry, embarrassment, fear, anger, whatever it is that you recognize that you're feeling. And assuming you can find something like that, I want you to imagine that that feeling, the anger, stress, whatever it is, just the discomfort or the uncomfortable or negative feeling or emotion. Imagine that that is like a drop of water, boiling water. So it's been heated up, it's vibrating in a particular way. Just like when we heat up water, it vibrates. And it's that area of your body is full of heat. It's a boiling drop of water that's vibrating in a way that feels like the emotion that you have named it, the uncomfortable one. And now for a moment, just say, name that emotion. So say, I feel stressed. Name that uncomfortable feeling. You can say it out loud if you like, or you're in a place to do that. I feel worried. I feel angry. And notice that that word describes the sensation of the boiling drop of water, the uncomfortable feeling in your body. And then, this is the experiment part, add the word that describes the emotion you want to feel more of. So for example, you might say, I feel stress, which is how you feel, and peaceful, which is the feeling you want to feel. Or if you feel lonely, you might recognize the loneliness that you feel by saying, I feel lonely and connected, if connected was your word. So what you're doing at this point in the experiment is acknowledging both how you feel right now, and you're saying how you want to feel in the same sentence. I feel stress and peace. Say it a few times. And now what I would invite you to notice is that the feeling you want to feel more of actually already is present in the background of your awareness. In other words, the uncomfortable feeling that's focused and discrete in your body, the boiling drop of water, is sitting in a pool of stillness. And in that stillness, that's actually the state of who you really are. In that background state of stillness, already exists the feeling that you want to feel more of. So when you say, I feel stress, that's an acknowledgement of the feeling that's tight or present or dominant in your body. And when you add to that and peace, you acknowledge the presence of the peace that's already in the background. And so as you name it, you also start to notice it. It might be subtle at first, but notice how, as you linger there, acknowledging the stress, it's present, or the fear, or whatever it is, you acknowledge the uncomfortable feeling, and you acknowledge the presence of the state or feeling you want to feel more of. You start to notice both. Your emotional system is capable of feeling more than one state at the same time. You might toggle back and forth between the two, and if so, that's wonderful. So imagine now that you've dropped that feeling of stress or anger, anxiety, or self-judgment. Imagine that being a drop of boiling water that you sense in your body. Oh yeah, the energy's there. But as you recognize that that feeling exists within a vast pool, excuse me, of stillness, that's like you dropping that emotion, like a drop of boiling water into a vast still pool. And when you acknowledge the existence that uncomfortable feeling exists within a pool of you, of stillness, its energy starts to dissipate. It's just the nature of consciousness to follow your awareness and focus in the same way that if you dropped a drop of boiling water into a vast pool, the heat just wouldn't contain itself in that one drop because the water becomes the pool and the heat radiates out and it's not so intense and it's not so focused. And over time, you might not even be able to find it anymore. And so when you say, I feel stress and peace, I feel lonely and connected, and allow for both to be true, the part of you that is the vast pool of stillness, that is the peace, the connectedness, the sense of well-being, absorbs, dissolves the separateness of that boiling drop of stress. And if you linger there long enough, not trying to change how you feel, but just noticing how you do feel, you may start to find that you feel differently now, and your inner landscape, your emotional landscape is starting to change. And in fact, that entire drop of stress or anger may no longer be discernible because the background state of stillness, well-being, peace, connection, all the good things has transformed it into more of itself. And that's because that anger or stress simply was that still pool of well-being and peace temporarily vibrating in the form of the stress or anger. And so this is an experiment, an experience you can come back to over and over again if you like. You don't know how to turn stress into calm, but just like a pool of water, its nature is to do that. It does it as a function of simple physics. The energy disperses, and we can learn to take advantage of that because we're the same. And actually, without getting into the physics of us, we are, what is it, 75%, 80% water. And we just don't know how to take advantage of that. But this little experiment, the boiling drop of water, is a great way to try because you don't have to change how you feel. You just have to acknowledge, oh, I feel angry, I feel stressed, and I feel peace. So I'd love to know what you notice. Enjoy. Bye-bye.